everyone. Today we are going to see that how chemistry comes out from this science. So in my last video, as I told you that this science is a process in which observation, and after observation conclusion, and after conclusion use that knowledge. So and this three step is whole process of science. Now how this chemistry is divided into branches as more as time passes from years, 2000 years, then 3000 and so on. So this chemistry science also develops, and as time passes it is divided into three main branches. First branch, physics. Second branch, chemistry. And third branch, biology. So this physics, chemistry, bio, these three are the branches of science. So why it is needed to split this science into three branches? What is the need to make this physics as a different subject, to make chemistry as a different subject, and make this biology as a different subject? So today we will understand that why these three are divided. So what happens as soon as more time passes, so this science is getting broad and broad and broad. So to do their work easy, they divide it into groups. That groups are physics, chemistry, bio, so that they can study easily. This division, why they did this division, this will also understand through the examples. For example, we have already seen that cell is present in our body. Our whole body is made up of cell. So in bio also cell is present. In chemistry also cell is present. And in physics also cell is present. But in physics there is different definition for this cell. Chemistry it is different, and bio it is different. In physics, what is the definition of cell? It is a battery which generates electricity. It is a kind of battery. You have seen also the cell we are using in clock, remote. So this battery is known as cell in physics. Now in chemistry, we are also making cell with the help of chemicals. We are taking chemicals in beaker and connecting them through wire and then generate electricity, and in chemistry this is known as cell. And in biology, different organ is having different cell, like this is blood cell and this is muscle cell. So in biology, different cell for different organs. So for this only they started fighting that no, cell definition is this, cell definition is this, cell definition is this. So what they do, they did one thing, that let us separate with our definition. I will make my subject, I will make my subject, I will make my subject. And due to this debate, they have worked separately, that physics is getting separated, chemistry separated, and bio separated. And now this one more example. Now the physics said that I will only deal with electricity, energy, and this chemistry says that I will deal with chemicals, and this this biology says that I will deal with life. Now if you wish to write, just note down. Now to clear our concept more about physics, chemistry and bio, let us see some examples. First example I have taken, that is water. How we are studying this water in physics, how we are studying this water in chemistry, how we are studying this water in biology. Now see, water is found in three states. First, it is found in solid state like ice. Ice is found in solid state. And water is found in liquid state. And water vapor, which is also known as steam, it is found in gas form. So according to physics, ice is found in solid, water is found in liquid state, water vapor is found in gas state. In physics we will study about these states. Now in chemistry we will study that how this ice changes into water, how this water is changing into water vapor, and how water vapor is again changing into water. So this we study in chemistry, that how ice is changing to water, how water is changing to water vapor, how water vapor is changing to water. Now in bio, what we study about water? So we study the effect of water. Effect of water on human being and on different species. Effect of water on human health, and effect of water on plant. So in bio we study water like this, that what is the effect. So what is the difference in this physics, chemistry and bio? Here we are studying the properties of matter, here we are studying change in matter, and here we are studying the effect of matter on life. Understood? So in this we are studying, in physics we are studying that properties of matter, that it is solid, liquid, gas, what it is and how it is formed. And in this we are studying change in matter. And in bio we are studying the effect of this on human. Effect of matter on human or on life. So like this, these three branches are divided. If you want to note, you can note down. Now let us see some more examples to clear the concept. For example, if I am taking solid, a solid is a matter. So in physics, how we will study? In physics, we will study that soil is a solid substance. We will say soil is a solid substance. Second, we can say it can be seen. And third, we can say it has mass. And fourth, we can say it is tightly packed, fixed shape. Or we can give shape. So in physics we study about these properties, that is it solid, it can be seen, it has mass, it has fixed shape, it can be given any shape. Now in chemistry, how we study this soil? We study about the things present in solid. Soil means in soil there are some chemical present like nitrogen, and urea we are adding, and some more things are present in soil. So to study and to understand the concept, one more is present, potassium. So these all things are present in soil. To understand changes with the help of this, we are studying this soil in chemistry. Now what we are studying in bio, how we are studying this soil in bio. We will see the effect of soil on life. We will see the effect of soil on life. This how it affects our life. For example, for plant, they can grow in soil only. They cannot grow any other way. So for plant, soil is essential. It is not harming. So all these kind of things we will study in bio. And one more example, that is air. Air we are studying in physics as it is a form of gas, and we can send electromagnetic waves through air. In chemistry we study about air, like some gases are present like oxygen, carbon dioxide, So many gases are present in air. One is oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and some other gases. So these gases we study under the subject of chemistry, and effect of these gases on human being we study under the subject of bio. For example, oxygen is used for respiration, and carbon dioxide, oxygen is used for respiration, and carbon dioxide is used for carbon dioxide is also used for respiration, but carbon dioxide is harmful and oxygen is beneficial. Today in this class only this much. Thank you. If you like the video, then like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.